As you all know, life is just an ongoing series of daily decisions. What's for breakfast? What should I wear today? Every day begins with these insignificant little dilemmas. But then there comes a time to decide your field of study, your place of employment, who you're going to marry. And it's these choices that matter. Yes, people are always looking for the best choice or the correct answer. Medice seeks to provide it for everyone through the power of AI. Emma is a state-of-the-art AI designed to integrate itself into our everyday lives. By gathering and analyzing extraordinary amounts of data with perfect precision, Emma can help everyone make the best choices.
Capable CEO seems pretty spot on.
This guy is literally like John CEO. Like, default, look at me, I am a CEO. Look at my hairstyle and how I start my TED Talks.
Wow, he's so composed. He's practically overflowing with confidence. Look how clearly he states his company's outlook and principles. He's got everyone's attention.
You're right. He's not saying anything particularly suspicious, though.
Well, thanks to Emma, Medice's stocks have shot way up. You can bet they're one of Japan's biggest enterprises right now. That said, I feel like a company with this much going for it wouldn't have much to gain from changing people's hearts.
Perhaps, but that doesn't change the fact that Emma is still a key factor in the jails. It's through Emma that people are allowed access.
Right. Medice is connected to all of this one way or another, be it directly or indirectly. Hey, do you think there's a real culprit behind all of this? Like, some kind of mastermind?
That's my thought, is that, like, I don't think this guy is the one who's causing the jails or anything, but obviously I haven't seen enough of him to know for sure, but I don't think it's this guy, and I don't— by the way, why did we banish Futaba? Of all the people to be forced to sit away from the main group next to someone she doesn't know, why is Futaba the one sitting over there by herself? I feel like Futaba would be having a nervous breakdown. But anyways, I don't know, I feel like this— what they say is right. What does this guy gain from trying to change hearts and all that? Unless there's some other big mastermind plan we don't know yet, which there might be. But I feel like there's gotta be someone else who's, like, in Medice, like a part of Medice in some way, who's using Emma, but it's not this guy. I could be wrong. This guy could be the ultimate evil. Who knows? But you know, we'll see what happens. I think, specifically earlier, when everyone was saying, like, Emma is the main core, Medice must be the one that's behind this, I was like, I don't know, that seems too easy. I feel like someone, a third party, is using Medice or manipulating it in some way. Or maybe someone who is a part of Medice, but isn't, like, the controller of the company is doing it. That's my guess. But we'll see how it goes. So, I'll answer your question with a question, nerd.
I think there is. Even if we beat the Monarchs, change their hearts, and free everyone's desires, the jails don't disappear. There's gotta be something keeping them here.
So you're saying the real culprit's the one doing that?
It's Akechi. It's always Akechi. It's him again. He's using the power of the jails to gain energy, to come back to life. Hey, Michael, what's up? You said the same thing about Futaba? It's weird, right? I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that, because, like, of all people to be sitting off on her own, I feel like Makoto or maybe Ryuji should be the one who got sent to the corner chair.
I don't know. But do you remember how even the Monarchs themselves didn't know much about Emma?
That's right. Alice and Natsume said the same things in their testimonies.
And if that's the case, then the Monarchs might not be the only ones manipulating Emma.
Which means it could be someone at Medice.
Or our mystery observer.
Or our head honcho down there.
Or perhaps someone completely different.
Maybe it's Ryuji.
Yeah, well, we just gotta stick to what Gramps was telling us, right? All we can do is keep solving cases and collect more info. As long as the Phantom Thieves of Hearts do what they do best, we'll set this shit straight.
Wow, Ryuji. That was pretty insightful. I'm surprised.
He's right. And in that sense, attending this lecture is a valuable use of our time. Let's make sure we pay attention all the way to the end.
Nick Bromancer, you are right. It's Nanako. It's Nanako again. She's back to her usual shenanigans. It's always Nanako.
Yo, how long was I out? So, what did the dude say?
Ugh, can I smack you?
Please. You can smack me too. I'll thank you.
Well, he didn't exactly say anything out of the ordinary. Then again, I wouldn't expect him to trip up that easily.
Well, I'm starving, so maybe we should just head back? That guy was talking for friggin' ever.
Hey guys, that stuff you said earlier, was all of that true?
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
Huh?
Are you really the Phantom Thieves of Hearts?
I hate every member of the Phantom Thieves. Like, can you guys please save your discussions about being Phantom Thieves until you get back to the stupid car or something? Like, come on!
What?
You're the woman from the Beef Tongue restaurant.
Oh, Ichinose-san, right?
So a little bit ago when I said, like, I get mad at people who try to defend Morgana as if he isn't to blame for the whole Morgana-Ryuji kerfuffle in the original Persona 5, I also get really mad when, it turns out when people, like, blame Ryuji for stuff, I get mad because he's normally not to blame for it. I also get mad whenever people bring up in Persona 5, they're like, oh, I hate Ryuji, he's such a loudmouth, he just talks about being a Phantom Thief out loud all the time, etc., so on, so forth, and whatnot. As if every single member of the Phantom Thieves doesn't do it. Ryuji, purely because Ryuji is the one who mentioned being a Phantom Thief when he called Akira that one time and Makoto heard it, everyone immediately puts all blame on people hearing them talk about being the Phantom Thieves on Ryuji, which is not fair, because every last one of these absolute doofuses, I love them dearly, I truly do, I love these characters, but they're all complete morons. They all just talk about it out in the open like it's no big deal, and they get caught for it. Every single time. And then people are like, oh, dang it, Ryuji said the Phantom Thief word again. As if Makoto and Futaba and On don't all do the exact same thing. All right, my rant's over now. Dr. Mawiley, thank you so much for subbing with Prime for 7 months on a 3-month streak. Greatly appreciated. Continue to enjoy your benefits, brother. Might as well make this place the hideout.
You heard all that? Well, the thing is, I'm really good at picking up when a cat meows. Honestly, I found that way more interesting than Konoe's lecture.
When a cat meows, I'm taping the cat's mouth shut, please.
Mona! Me? You guys are the ones she overheard.
What the hell are we gonna do?
I hate all of this. I know how I feel about this part. You mean to tell me she could hear us, but none of the other people wanted to listen to us talking about being the Phantom Thieves and stuff? Yeah, it's, this is pretty whack, not gonna lie. But, you know, I guess they have to continue to include this obviously important lady in the plot because she has character art. Where's the option to kill her? Where's the crow option? If you NG plus the game, do they let you do the crow option, which is like, you get to just murder this lady? She has character art and a name, she's too powerful. She must be stopped. Assuming she wasn't recording us, she has no proof. We should just play stupid. Which, to me, better play innocent is better play stupid.
Whoa, stop. It's all right. This place will be closing up soon. Let's talk more outside. Wow, to think you guys are the famous Phantom Thieves.
I see people in the background walking around, and we're just standing out in public talking about it. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. And this isn't exclusive to Persona 5. The Persona 3 cast is the only ones who did it right. The Persona 4 cast were idiots too. Their entire hideout for the whole game was just sitting in the public area in Junes. It's awful. Why is every character in Persona 4 and 5 so dumb? I think you misheard us.
Come on now, don't try to hide it. When you guys mentioned Alice and Natsume, I imagine you were referring to Alice Hiragi and Ango Natsume from the press conferences, yes? Is it safe to assume those were your doing? Oh, and what was that about Emma giving people access to jails? Oh, is that related to everyone's hearts getting changed?
She heard everything.
We were talking out loud in a public area! Ah!
Can we ask what you're doing here, Ichinose-san?
Oh, I told you at the beef tongue place, didn't I? I'm a researcher at the university.
Oh, that's right.
I'm also the one who designed the base for Emma.
Oh, well, I found the final villain, guys.
You made the base?
I didn't tell you. I specialize in the research and development of artificial intelligence.
He definitely didn't hear about that.
Around the time I finished developing Emma, Medice came to me with an offer to buy it. I was actually pretty tight on money at the time, so I went ahead and sold it.
You went ahead and sold it, but you built the base, which means that you're the most likely person who put in whatever programming allows it to do the jail stuff, and also would have a backdoor to get into it. I'm not saying she's for sure bad. This seems a little too on the nose, like, hey, you found the CEO and he's clearly not bad, so here's the real bad person. But it seems very likely.
Is this lady for real?
Oh, by the way, that's why Medice is participating in the lecture today.
Just noticed that chain thing. What is that? It's not on her ear. Does she just have a chain on her hair? I think it's on her ear. If you look at the very top of the left of her ear, it looks like it curves around like where glasses go. Unless that's just a really weird, like, line across her ear. Like, you see what I'm talking about? At the top of her ear, there's like a black line. It's either like a black line going through her ear, or it's, the top part above the black line is the chain. Oh, I still have no idea what it is, yeah. It's just a hair ornament, I guess. Like Hifumi's hair ornament that she has. It's a pull cord like old toys. Yeah, if you pull on it, it slowly goes back in, and she says, "There's a snake in my boot."
Well, to be more accurate, the university asked me to reach out to them. I certainly didn't expect the CEO himself to show up, though. I only got invited because of my little connection with the company. Anyhow, yeah, that's how I ended up being there to overhear everything.
So you're Emma's creator, and Medice is simply the ones running it?
Oh, well, they're definitely the ones running it, but I can't say for sure if that's all they've been doing. I just designed the base. Who knows what Medice did once I sold it to them?
So, you know all about Emma then, right?
I don't buy this. At first, I was like, it's way too obvious that she's the villain, so she can't be. But now it's like, I don't buy this. You were low on money, but you created the base of a super hyper-intelligent AI, and then you sold it? That makes no sense to me. If you made something that advanced, why would you just sell it off instead of, like, try to publish it yourself, or, like, try and make a deal, or, like, get a job? How on earth could you have sold this off to the company and then the company not immediately be like, hey, this was genius and you're a genius. I'd like to hire you? Like, honestly, now this seems too, like, if she isn't the villain, they tried too hard to make her seem like the villain to fool people. Like, how could it not be her? I think I took a break, like, right after these cutscenes, so I should probably head out. Understandable, Michael. Thanks for dropping in, brother. Might go back and watch you fight the boss. Make sure you've got like 45 minutes of free time, because that's about how long it took to chug through that enormous health bar.
Naturally. It's like my baby, you know. And at the risk of tooting my own horn, it's a really good baby.
Oh, never would have expected this turn of events.
I love the boss fight. It was a good boss fight. It was just too long. It's the same as, like, the Lockkeeper boss sucks and is bad, and I will take no arguments on it. But, like, the Alice boss fight and the Natsume boss fight are good. Like, they're well-designed boss fights. They just last way too long because I end up getting bored after, like, 15 minutes of just doing the same thing over and over and over again, because their health just never ends.
Do you think she's telling the truth about designing Emma?
I do think it's impressive that the CEO of Medice came to personally give a lecture.
That did not answer On's question at all. But to be fair, On's question is incredibly stupid. What kind of a lie would that be to be like, to claim that, yeah, I made the base of this famous thing? What a weird thing to lie about.
If she's the one who made it happen, doesn't that mean she has a lot of influence?
This is true. And let's not forget the university asked her to attend the lecture.
What should we do? She could probably tell us a lot about Emma.
Not to mention she knows who we are now.
What do you think?
I do not want to side with this woman. She's, like, the most sus person I've ever met. Let's just leave.
No way! It's a little late for that, don't you think?
No, it isn't! I'm also... Chad has just pointed out to me that she's 4 feet over there! I hate all of you!
Yeah, it'd be a real drag if we ditched her now and she started telling the whole world about us.
Who on earth would believe her without any proof?
Then we may as well go all in and find out what we can. Nothing ventured, nothing gained.
Chat, why does this game have dialogue options? There's no point. They don't actually do anything. Like, dialogue options kind of, like, mattered more in Persona 5 during the Confidant stuff because it determined if you got, like, affinity boosts or not, if you chose correctly. In this game, it's just like, hey, do you want to look like you have a choice? You don't have a choice.
It's settled then. We'll tell her everything.
Is all of that true?
Right, we know, it's kinda hard to believe, huh?
Hey, what if we just show her, like we did with Senkichi?
Wow! It really does exist! I mean, how else could you explain all this?
So Emma functions as the entry point here, huh? No, that's... if I consider the possibilities...
She believed all that?
Oh, you have no idea how fascinating this is! What an incredible development!
Well, at least we don't gotta go through the trouble of convincing her.
Ichinose-san, do you have any idea why Emma is serving as an entry point to the jails?
No, couldn't tell you. I'm surprised this other world even exists. There's no way I could have thought of a way to get in if I didn't even know it existed to begin with.
So, you know, you're putting on a lot of airs to show that you didn't know it existed. What if you did know it existed and now you're trying to fool us? You don't have to put in that much effort to fool these guys. They have collectively 3 brain cells.
Yeah, that figures. Wait, so that means that function was added later?
The police already know you're the Phantom Thieves? Oh, well, yeah, they do. So what does it matter if this lady goes around telling people we're the Phantom Thieves? The grand masses won't believe her. They'll just think she's an idiot. The police, who already know that we're the Phantom Thieves, will believe her because they already know. So nothing changes.
A world where people's desires are stolen and their hearts are changed.
So many questions!
Oh, wait. Maybe I should be heartbroken here. My baby is being used for evil after all.
We'd like your cooperation, I guess.
Right. How about we make a deal?
Ooh, I like the sound of that.
Super Phantom Thiefy!
You're playing it so... Dude, I'm almost willing to just say that this is the final boss. Like, she's the ultimate villain behind it all. She's trying... The writers are trying way too hard to make her sound like she isn't a villain for it not to be her.
I'd be glad to help however I can. And I can't say I don't feel kind of responsible for all of this. More than anything, though, I think I'd die of curiosity if I didn't get involved. So, what do you need me to look into? Say the word and I'm on it.
She is also insanely too helpful. What happened after you sold it?
Indeed, we've very interested to know exactly what kind of changes Emma went through thereafter.
I see. Basically, you'd like to know the secret behind this new version of Emma. And if someone's responsible, you want to know who. Oh, hey! We found some of those mystery junk parts out there, didn't we? Maybe if she takes a look at them, we'll learn more about that world. Ooh, so you're gonna give me a bunch of neat stuff to analyze? Yes, that's excellent. Just wonderful. In fact, I'll even buy them from you as research materials.
Well, if this is going to be a deal, then we'll need to provide something as well.
Nonsense. It's fine just the way it is. My inner researcher is just squealing with delight.
You're like, I've never seen a more evil person before in my life.
So, what do you say we seal the deal?
It's a deal then.
Okay, looking forward to it.
Oh, hello.
Oh, yo, if she specializes in AI, maybe we should ask about Sophia, yeah?
Yeah, sure. Just tell her everything and show her everything, you dumb idiots.
Huh? Sophia.
Hi, I'm Sophia, Humanity's companion. It's nice to meet you, Ichinose.
This is Sophia? Huh. It's nice to meet you too. This is Sophia?
Who flipped the switch on her?
Oh, no, it's just that I've got so much on my mind right now. I guess even I'm a little confused.
Dude, Atlus as a company is so bad at trying to do surprise villains. The traitor in Persona 5 was obviously Akechi. The killer in Persona 4 was obvious. Spoiler alerts. The killer in Persona 4 was obviously Adachi. The villain in Persona 5 Strikers is obviously Ichinose, and I'm thinking she probably created Sophia.
Sophia's an AI we met in the metaverse. Is there anything you can tell us about her?
No, I can't say I know anything about her. Think you could send me her code later, though? Huh? Oh, sure. No problem.
I hate how stupid and trusting all of the Phantom Thieves are! Ah! I love them so much, but they're so dumb.
Here, I'll give you my contact information. Well then, I'm excited to see how this all develops. See you around!
I thought Nanako was the killer. Well, no, Nanako is always the killer. She's the mastermind behind it all, but Nanako herself never gets her hands dirty. So when we say, like, we know who the villain is or we know who the killer is, we're talking about the person that Nanako is controlling through her Nanako powers.
Well, there she goes.
Would have been nice if she'd known something about Sophia.
I'm pretty sure she probably made Sophia or something similar.
I'm okay, as long as I can stay useful to you guys.
Guess that takes care of that.
Oh yeah, I totally forgot after all that's just happened, but we're heading to Sapporo next, right?
Yeah, we should get going. Zenkichi's waiting for us in Hokkaido.
Hell yeah! Hokkaido, here we come!